this must be it, eh?
Yeah. But you know what the good thing is?
I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks.
There's another one over there
too.
too.
All those lights are moving now. They're moving forward or closer.
And honestly, when we saw this, we should have turned around and left. Everything about this place was just giving me really bad vibes. And when I looked into here and saw this,
On August 24, 2022, the YouTube channel Cat Soap released a nighttime exploration video that blended humor with an unsettling edge. What began as a fun road trip soon took a darker turn. The footage follows a group of friends driving along back roads in Queensland, Australia, as they search for a rumored haunted site. The location sits close to the site of the Camp Mountain Rail tragedy on May 5, 1947. That day, a passenger train loaded with families and Customs Department staff derailed while descending a steep grade at excessive speed. The engine and first two cars left the track, killing 16 people and injuring dozens more, still remembered as Queensland's deadliest rail accident.
On Labor Day morning, 5th of May, 1947, Customs Department staff and their families left Brisbane Central Railway Station for a holiday picnic at Closeburn. After short stops at Middleton and Ferny Grove stations, the 7-carriage train began the slow climb over Camp Mountain Knob.
Knob.
Downhill from the knob, the train gathered speed and started to sway alarmingly, heading into a left-hand curve 20 miles per hour too fast. The locomotive tender overturned, pulling the locomotive off the track and into an embankment. The first two carriages telescoped into the overturned locomotive. In Queensland's worst train crash, 16 travellers died, including the driver and fireman, and over 30 were injured.
As night fell, the group navigated tighter roads where GPS proved unreliable. The area felt remote, resembling private land rather than public. They debated whether to continue or wait for others to arrive. Though the mood stayed casual, a quiet unease crept in. They eventually stopped to wait inside their car. That's when strange lights appeared in the distance, not resembling flashlights or vehicle beams. Their movements looked unnatural, and satellite maps showed no nearby buildings.
It's a no-through road.
Yep, keep going. They did say it was a dead end.
Oh, did they? How do I turn around?
Yeah, this must be it, eh?
Yeah. But you know what the good thing is that I've got my car facing the right way if we've got to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, that's why I told you to turn around. Can we actually talk about like how scary it is just to be sitting here, the two of us, ladies, in a car, in the dark, in the woods, just waiting
For a rest.
I never said that. Are you calling Troy and Clayton?
The thing is, any car that comes in, because we're facing this way, the headlights are going to go into our eyes, so I'm going to be prepared to duck.
Oh, true.
I'm going to be like this. Put your seat back.
Okay. Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice, and she's like, George, that car just stopped down there. And then he comes out and we're sitting here in our car and you see this big black shape come marching towards the car. Like
with his
straight
shoddy.
ahead. Well, you can't see the shoddy.
Oh, we're unaware that the shotgun is present.
You can just see his shape. Oh, I wouldn't even wind the window down.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The area was entirely wooded. As they tried to make sense of it, the lights drew closer. One member thought they saw a dark figure near the car. Another noticed several lights moving independently among the trees. Nervous laughter mixed with confusion and fear as their footage captured flickering lights shifting direction in ways that added to their unease. Phone checks confirmed there were no structures nearby, only dense forest. Still, the lights continued moving in ways that defied clear explanation. At last, unsettled, the group decided to leave.
It is.
Can you see? Yeah, you can. You can see it. Look.
Is it?
No, that's me moving the camera, but
You guys feel like a wolf? It's not that bright.
I'm just looking at that light.
it's getting brighter
That light's getting brighter
and it's moving.
and it's moving.
Right.
Is it?
I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks.
There's another one over
all
there
those
too.
lights are moving now. They're moving forward or closer. Walking
Okay,
fast.
so this track doesn't go round that way.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, if that track doesn't go, this track doesn't go round that way. Why was it getting closer to us that way?
Okay, come up to the bridge. You guys hearing anything?
Yeah, it's getting closer.
We heard like that light is moving.
That light.
It's like
someone walking.
no,
moving
but it's
around.
it's staying in the same spot, but going like.
Yeah, it goes to the left.
Oh, maybe they're just looking for something, didn't they?
No, we yelled out.
You go, oh.
We were going, hello.
Did you get anything back?
No.
So does it look like a torch or does it look like something
It
else?
looks like a min, not a min light, but a. What's that down there?
Go maps. Just Google Maps. Go to satellite view. You're already on satellite view. So just zoom in and just have a gaze at what's here.
Fucking nothing. Look,
It's trees. It's trees. Show the boys.
like it's just trees.
Okay, got it again. I'm going to zoom in.
So what the hell?
See, look.
It's literally, you can
It's
see
just
the dirt.
trees.
You can see the dirt on the ground.
The lights might have simple causes, wildlife reflective insects, or hidden properties beyond sightlines. Yet with no clear infrastructure nearby, and the erratic movement of the lights, the mystery deepened. Considering the site's tragic past, some might wonder about lingering energy or paranormal traces linked to the Camp Mountain crash. Whatever the truth, the experience left its mark. Were the lights something natural? Or had the group encountered something far stranger in the Queensland bush?
Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue.
On August 4th, 2017, Richard Grebenik, who usually posts musical performances on his YouTube channel, uploaded a clip that was completely unlike his normal material. Instead of music, it was a disturbing report of an incident that profoundly rattled him. He had been staying at his rural summer residence, a quiet and well-known refuge. Everything seemed ordinary, until one evening, something odd showed up in his backyard. At first, he only glimpsed it briefly. The figure looked strange, almost like a creature, and vanished before he could grab his device. Later that same night, the unidentified being reappeared. This time, Richard was ready. He set his iPad by the window and began filming, hoping to record evidence of what he had seen. The footage captured a pale, humanoid shape moving closer to the house. Its motions were slow, deliberate, and unnerving, its head jerking sharply as if scanning its surroundings. Distressed Richard called a nearby priest for assistance.
Damn it. Get this freaking thing working. There it is, there it is. He's gonna believe me. He's the only one that will believe me. Oh my god. I can't believe this. Damn phone.
Hey, Mickey G.
Hey Mike, I need you.
I can't hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Yeah.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video, it's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
What's going on?
It's like a weird demonic looking thing and it's like a human and it's all scratched down and this is the second time this happened this week. And as I'm talking to you, this is all on recorded and it doesn't see me. I'm in that, you know that sunroom?
Huh?
Alright, I've been putting the iPad out. It's about around, and it happened. Weird things been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
You're on record. Everything's recording now. I can see the thing. It's like looking around weird.
Is it recording the video?
Yeah, right now it's on the video. It doesn't see me. I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good. You should see.
Hear you?
No, it can't. But it's looking around like something out of a weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky. It's on video. Huh?
Not a person?
No, it's an evil identity. It's evil entity. This thing's like wicked looking. But it's a human form though. You gotta wait until you see the video. I got it on video. It's
Okay, good.
this is like one out of a million things that people will not. They'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait until you see this. Oh my God! It's like you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my God! Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
As he reviewed the recording, the figure became clearer. It edged forward carefully, stepping out from the weeds at the edge of the property. It did not act like an animal. Its stance and motions were too intentional, too unnatural. At one moment, the creature backed away, melting into the dark. Then it came back. The second sighting felt even more intense, as if the presence realized it was being observed. The atmosphere around the home shifted, and the fear was palpable.
People won't think they're not gonna think I'm crazy when they see this now. This is unreal. Just pray.
Just pray?
Yeah.
Yeah, pray to Jesus. Father God, I just want to lift Rick up to you right now, Lord. I don't know why he's being tormented like this, Lord, but we know you know. And Lord, you've been speaking to him in visions and dreams concerning his work and different things, and the enemy is being attacked by you, Lord. And he's all worked up, and God, I just come against this. I bind these things right now, these evil spirits that are just harassing Rick and just coming into his yard. I just bind those things right now. I command them to cease and be still, and be gone. I pray that you give Rick peace right now. I come against all fear. I bind that in Jesus' name. I pray, Father, that you just give him peace and comfort, Lord, that he knows that Lord, that you are watching over, Lord. You are his rear guard, and nothing's going to call me. When you lay down at night, no sudden terror will come upon you.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
I command you to go in Jesus' name.
This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It knows something's going on, man. This thing is... Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. We got disconnected. I even called the minister. It went back.
While the priest prayed over the phone for protection, the creature's actions altered. It started to twitch and move erratically, as though unsettled by the prayers. Then, abruptly, the phone call cut out. The final seconds of the video are dominated by an uneasy silence. That is where the recording stops. No resolution, no follow-up. Only unanswered questions and haunting images linger. Some viewers argue the figure was supernatural, perhaps a demon, a restless spirit, or something far older. Others point to its odd anatomy and suggest it could be a cryptid or a mutated organism. Detractors, however, call it an elaborate hoax, maybe involving a costume or digital effects. Yet those who have watched the unedited footage insist the fear in Richard's voice and the natural movement of the being feel too genuine to be faked. If the video is authentic, then what precisely did Richard film outside his home? Was it a chance encounter, or was he singled out? And most unsettling of all, might it come back ever again? This next unnerving tale comes from the TikTok profile Ace Dawns, run by creator Steven, who usually posts breathtaking scenery and daring outdoor exploits. Yet, one upload stood apart because it caught an incident that left him profoundly unsettled. The date was June 24th, 2020. Steven and a close companion were on a camping excursion, soaking in the calm and natural beauty. After they ate, wanting to break the silence, they opted to try an app called Randonautica, a service that generates random GPS points, claiming to spark spontaneous exploration. Though people often treat it as a game, the app has earned an online reputation for directing users toward odd or even frightening places. Intrigued, they followed its guidance. It steered them toward a remote stretch, and before long, something felt wrong.
Okay, so this randonauting app just brought us to this creepy town. And honestly, when we saw this, we should have turned around and left. We continued up the mountain, though, and there's always abandoned cars and nobody around. At this point, we're definitely trespassing. We couldn't even really turn around at this point because the road was so narrow and it was such a steep drop off on the other side. We were kind of intrigued at how creepy this was, even though it was getting dark really quick. And next thing we know, the sun had gone down and the moon came out.
The coordinate aimed them at a mountain settlement that seemed utterly lifeless. As they climbed narrow, isolated roads, they passed abandoned cars left without explanation. The route was tight, and turning around became impossible because of a steep drop. Despite growing unease, they pressed onward. Daylight dwindled quickly, and moonlight painted eerie shadows as they entered the town. But this was no ordinary town. It felt abandoned. Houses stood empty, worn by the passing years. Some windows displayed mannequins posed like silent watchers. The vibe was disturbing. No birdsong, no breeze, and a heavy stillness in every direction. They moved forward as the app directed them to a final pin. It brought them to a run-down, overgrown clearing in the woods. With cameras recording, they exited the vehicle to look around. That's when the odd thing happened.
But we had the pin pulled up. We were so close to it.
Dude,
and this
what
happened.
the fuck is...
I don't know how to explain this. We're the only ones around, and a random rock falls. I think that was a sign that we should leave. But
Where did that come from?
we kept going. Everything about this place was just giving me really bad vibes. And when I looked into here and saw this, as soon as I realized it's some sort of face, we took off running. I don't know what it is with this town, why there's all these abandoned cars and no people and mannequins in the window.
A heavy rock suddenly rolled nearby with no animals or movement evident. It appeared random, yet also like a sign. Their anxiety spiked. The place radiated a malevolent energy, and as they rummaged through debris, something caught their attention under a pile. Beneath fractured boards and scattered rubbish lay an item shaped like a face. It wasn't a mask, nor was it stone. Its features were warped, twisted in a manner that felt profoundly unnatural. That marked the limit. Shocked and horrified, the pair bolted back to their vehicle without pause. The vision of the misshapen face remained seared in their minds. Once inside the car, relief washed over them, but so did questions. What had they actually seen? And why did this supposedly random spot feel intentionally ominous? Some argue Randonautica taps into forces beyond chance, leading people to emotional or energetic anomalies. Others say the encounter was merely a disturbing coincidence, an abandoned site littered with creepy objects. The face-shaped find could have been a discarded sculpture, yet its warped form left room for doubt. Had the site been used for something darker? If the app truly selects places at random, what are the odds of being taken to a ghost town with deserted vehicles, mannequins staring from windows, and a grotesque face hidden beneath debris? Was this simply an eerie fluke? Or something placed to be discovered? The memory lingered long after they left that cursed place behind. This footage comes from a YouTuber known as Saucy Seth, whose channel usually highlights off-grid van, living solo camping trips, and chilling explorations. On October 2nd, 2024, he set out to spend the night near a place wrapped in dark local lore Tower 12, an old coastal watchtower hidden within Cape Henlopen State Park. After digging into the disturbing stories connected to the tower, Seth returned after dark, joined only by his dog Stella. The conditions were miserable. Steady rain, pitch black skies, and an eerie stillness surrounded the area.
It's like 9:30 right now, and it's pitch black outside. I'm gonna be so freaking honest with you guys. Like, I'm scared this right now. It's like just now hitting me that I'm the only person out here. Like, I'm in this parking lot, this sketchy parking lot. There's like 2 lights, and I'm the only person in this parking lot. I don't know if I'm just like, if my brain is playing tricks on me, but I feel like I can hear everything outside right now. You know, just thinking about the stories and all the experiences out here. Like, I don't know if they're real or not, or, you know, but hopefully I can just get in there, walk around, check it out, and then leave. I'm gonna be watching Stella, making sure she's good, but we're gonna do it because I said I was gonna do it. I'm here. Yeah, let's go. Stella, you ready? All right.
From the start, an unease hung heavy in the air. He parked alone in a deserted lot, lit only by 2 faint overhead lamps, and admitted he already felt on edge. The silence made every small noise echo unnaturally loud. The absence of other people only amplified his sense of exposure.
I don't know if you guys can tell. It's raining right now. Guys, my heart is beating so fast right now. We're going down the trail. I don't know. I don't really have a flashlight. Okay, the watchtower is up here. I'm gonna show you guys Stella so you can see her, how she's reacting right now. But the watchtower is over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's raining right now, and this is I'm not gonna lie, like, I definitely feel like a very dark energy around here. Hell nah, bro. The energy around this just does not feel right. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. What was that? Shh. Run. Still. Go. Alright, so it's the next day, and I was kind of watching the video, and I noticed that you guys couldn't see, which is my bad. I did not have a flashlight, which I learned. I thought my phone flashlight was going to be a lot brighter, but you guys couldn't see anything. So next time I'm bringing a flashlight so you guys can see the whole thing. But I don't know if I was tripping or if I was hearing things, or like I said, if my brain was playing tricks on me. It was pitch black out there, and I was by myself, so I really didn't know what was going on. And also the energy there it felt so dark. Like, I'm not even playing with you guys. The whole time, all the hairs on my arms were sticking up. I had the chills the whole time, and I was just scared to death. Like, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like, that was probably one of the scariest things that I've ever done in my life. Just knowing the backstory of this place, it was scary. But with that being said, I got far away from that place, and I'm still in the little town called Lewis, but I'm just as far away from that park as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next.
Walking the path toward the tower, his pulse quickened as he filmed the experience. Rain poured, the trail was slick, and the woods remained oppressively quiet. Stella's nervous, alert posture reflected Seth's own growing fear. When he reached the tower's base, he noticed a sudden drop in temperature. The atmosphere grew heavy, and his body reacted instantly. Chills, goosebumps, and the sensation of being watched by something unseen. The energy, as he put it, felt unmistakably dark. That feeling didn't last long. Something, whether imagined or real, triggered Seth's instincts. Without hesitation, he grabbed Stella and bolted, sprinting back toward his vehicle in full retreat. The camera jolted wildly as he scrambled away from whatever had unnerved him. The following day, Seth reviewed the footage and reflected. Due to the poor lighting, little was visible on video. Still, the emotional effect lingered. He couldn't shake the thought that something had been there, something connected to the tower's sinister past. He recalled how every instinct screamed at him to leave, and how the entire environment felt spiritually off. From the overwhelming dread to the physical reactions he admitted, it ranked among the scariest nights he had ever endured. Though no physical proof appeared on film, the psychological intensity of the night was undeniable. Tower 12's isolated setting, paired with its haunted reputation, likely primed Seth for heightened sensitivity. Yet the repeated physical signs, chills, unease, Stella's anxious behavior, also hint at possible electromagnetic disturbances, or perhaps something truly unexplained. Some wonder whether this could be evidence of an intelligent haunting or a residual energy tied to the tower's past. Was Seth really chased by something unseen, or did the loneliness and fear take over? Could Tower 12 be more than a relic of wartime history, Perhaps a vessel for something darker. Share your theory in the comments. This next account takes place deep inside what's often referred to as Sasquatch Alley, an isolated section of forest long tied to strange events and alleged cryptid encounters. Unlike typical group outings, this one begins as a solo venture. The creator, known as Grassman, sets out alone, planning a multi-day stay in an area where he's never camped before. It's springtime, and although the region is normally swarmed with mosquitoes due to a sluggish creek nearby, the atmosphere feels unusually quiet. To keep uninvited company away, Grassman pitches 2 tents even though he's alone. The idea is simple: make it look like more than one person is present. One tent is for sleeping, the other for storing gear, including an audio recorder and a GoPro fixed on the tree line. With years of outdoor experience and setups for varying conditions, Grassman arrives prepared. As daylight fades, he surveys the area around camp.
I was dead tired, so I went to bed around
by the water
9 p.m.
Of recurring
and
movement.
My second tent, I have my Zoom recorder inside there. So I set up my Zoom recorder inside my secondary tent, and I went to bed. Somewhere around midnight, I woke up to hearing what I'm assuming is my door handle on my rig, like somebody was pulling on it, just slightly, you know. And I could hear something walking around, and I kept hearing the door handles jiggle a little bit. I have motion sensor lights set up on my rig, and one pointing in one direction, the other one pointing on the other side of camp. Each one would go off at certain points throughout that time period. Something was walking around. I could hear it. So I slowly, while I was laying down, I slowly, picked up my pistol, laid it down beside me, looked at my watch, and it was about 12:03 when I heard the thing start walking around.
He notes several spots for future trail cameras. Before settling in, he performs a single wood knock. While considered debatable among Bigfoot enthusiasts, to him, it's more of a calm gesture, a quiet greeting to the woods. By 9:00 p.m., he's inside his sleeping tent while the recorder runs in the second. 2 motion-sensing lights are set near his vehicle, covering both sides of camp. Sometime past midnight, he wakes to a sound, something tugging lightly at his vehicle's handle. Still lying down, he grabs his pistol and checks his watch, 12:03 a.m. For several minutes, he hears movement nearby and sees the motion lights trigger off and on. Something or someone is circling the site. The steps sound deliberate, and the repeated rattling of the door handle suggests more than just animals. At dawn, he inspects the scene. The thick grass and firm soil leave no tracks, and the cameras show no clear footage. But on the car door, he notices something odd. A small, greasy handprint with 4 visible fingers. Not especially big, but it doesn't match his own, and he hadn't touched that panel since before leaving home. No other marks are found, just that single print. A subtle, unsettling trace of whatever came through. What makes this case striking is the lack of drama. Grassman handles the situation calmly and methodically, relying on his gear instincts and experience. The handprint, while inconclusive, remains the only tangible evidence left, either intentionally or by accident, from something that approached the vehicle without fully revealing itself. Was it human animal? Or something far stranger? And why just one print? Why in that spot? Share your thoughts in the comments. Could you sleep after something like that? The following unsettling footage comes from a channel named Exploring the Unknown, a channel focused on real-life encounters with strange and often unexplainable events, mostly recorded during camping trips in remote or abandoned locations. On September 4th, 2021, what began as a peaceful night under the stars quickly deteriorated into something far more disturbing.
I think so.
Footsteps by that campsite. Dude, literally just...
What the fuck?
Shall we say something?
Hello?
That had to be another camper.
It's 4 a.m. Who's gonna be up?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's fucking weird. But we're up. Right, here we go. That was weird though.
Like it sounded like
Across the lake.
It
That campsite.
it came like directly across the lake, which there's no camp.
Well, it's not just our heads. That sounded
Big, and it's weird. I don't think that's a deer. You would hear more than just that. Across the lake is a road. There's no campsites over there. I'm sure of it.
but there's a campsite like right over here.
No, that's road. Campsite's over there. Yeah.
The group had set out for a typical overnight stay, but sometime after midnight, things started to shift.
Because of that weird wow. And you were hearing yelping, I didn't hear any of it. We heard some whistling. We hear a lot of footsteps in the trees. And then gotta hang out here for a little bit or sleep in the car.
I agree. I really don't feel safe in that hammock.
So I will say, I do not think driving away and trying to navigate our way out at 4 in the morning is the safest just because it's so dark. We already have a broken light. That light doesn't really do anything, but it would also alert the whole fucking world of our presence if we drive away.
Better than
And
being
we
eaten.
cannot drive fast enough. If someone's really fucking running after us or they have a quad or something.
But we have a car. And we got a headlight.
I did for you.
It started subtly, with distant cries, the sound of branches moving, and an occasional sharp whistle that echoed through the trees. At first, they wrote it off as ordinary background sounds, but it continued. Soon, noises that resembled purposeful footsteps moved closer to their campsite. The group started to wonder what exactly they were hearing. They looked around briefly, but found no one. One member noted that the whistling appeared to come from the far side of the lake, an area that showed no record of other campers. A creeping fear began to take hold. They might not be alone. By 4 a.m., they were jolted awake by loud rustling just outside their tent. Once again, the footsteps arrived, measured muted and unnerving. The fact that these noises originated from across the lake, where no one was expected to be, only intensified their anxiety. Some proposed abandoning their hammocks and sleeping inside the car. Others were reluctant to drive away, mentioning poor visibility and vehicle trouble. Still, the thought of remaining felt just as risky. As they gathered their gear, headlights winked in the distance.
I almost feel like I hear a quad driving.
You hear that? That.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know. I'll maybe go a little bit faster if you can.
We have absolutely everything, so don't need to hide. I don't know what to do.
there's a car coming. What's in your phone is in here?
They heard what sounded like four-wheelers revving engines surging and weaving through the trees nearby. What were people doing here at this hour? And why so far from any trail? From that moment, the group realized whatever was out there, it wasn't random. Their presence may have been observed long before they noticed anything amiss. This incident is notable not for captured visuals, but because of the mounting unease and repeated indicators of activity in a place where nobody should have been. The erratic movement of unknown vehicles, the directional whistling, and the close proximity of motion all point to one conclusion: whoever or whatever was present may have been intentionally focused on them. Was it a group of strangers messing with them, or did they uncover something they weren't meant to see? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. And would you have stayed or driven away into the night? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.